What's the learning? Stop worrying about the future and enjoy the present moment. Look at this wonderful story.
Once upon a time in a village, there lived a rich merchant who used to work very hard. He wanted to earn a lot of money so that he and his children would never be short of food. One day he called his accountant and said, "Find out how much money I have, and for how long will it be enough for me and my family." After a few days, accountant came with calculations and said to merchant, "Sir, according to your expenditures done in present, if it stays the same, and even if there is no income from today on, even then your next 2 generations can eat." Merchant was shocked. He said, "And then what will happen to my 3rd and 4th generations? From where will they get food?" And from that day onward, merchant started thinking about them and started worrying too much about his 3rd and 4th generation. Due to worry, slowly and slowly he started getting sick. He took much treatment, but still there was no relief. One day, a friend of merchant came to see him and saw that he was not well and seemed very much worried. So friend asked him, "What's the reason for this condition?" Merchant said, "Even after earning so much yet, there is nothing for 3rd and 4th generation, and I am always worried about how will they feed themselves." His friend understood his problem and said, "A monk has come to our town, and he will stay here for a few days. He is very wise, and if you bring him food in the morning, then your problem will be solved." The very next day, merchant reached monk's place with food. Monk welcomed him with respect and called his disciple, saying that, "Merchant has bought food for us." Disciple replied, "But master, for today, someone has already given us food." Listening to this, monk said to the merchant, "Sorry, my friend, but someone has already given us food for today, so we can't accept your food. Our rule is to accept only 1 meal a day, which is given early in the morning. We accept it and can't take any more. I apologize." Merchant said, "Oh, and then you keep it for tomorrow. Then you will not have to worry about tomorrow's meal, and also I can bring fresh food for you tomorrow." Monk said, "No, my friend, we do not worry about tomorrow in our present. When tomorrow comes, then tomorrow's food will also be arranged." Merchant was surprised to hear the monk's words. He asked surprisingly, "Sir, don't you worry about tomorrow's meal? What will you do if you don't get food tomorrow?" Monk smiled and said, "My friend, the God who has given us food today and will give us food tomorrow also. And who has seen tomorrow? Who knows whether tomorrow will come or not? We only live in the present and don't worry about tomorrow." Hearing this, merchant bowed down to the monk and he left for his home. Throughout way, he kept thinking about what monk said, and he was thinking that the monk has no food tomorrow, and still he is not worrying about tomorrow. And here I am worrying about my 3rd and 4th generation. Merchant understood that we should not make our today unhappy by worrying about tomorrow. He left all his worries and started living happily. It teaches us that we should not worry too much about the future and instead focus on living in the present moment. It is important to plan for the future and work towards our goals, but we should not let it consume us. We should take the necessary steps today to secure our future, but we should also enjoy the present moment and not let our worries about the future ruin our present happiness. Therefore, we should try to adopt a balanced approach to life. We should set our goals and work towards them, but at the same time, we should also enjoy the present moment and not let our worries about the future consume us. We should trust in our abilities and have faith that everything will work out in the end. You can't live in the past. You can't live in the future. You can only live today. Why you worry about tomorrow's problem? You miss the blessing of today, and you cannot solve tomorrow's problems with today's power. When tomorrow arrives, God will give you the power, perspective, grace, and wisdom you need. The Bible does not say, "Give us this day our monthly bread." It says, "Give us this day our daily bread."